Oh, yeah. Idaho, neighborinos. Pretty tired, and that's okay. Work is complete and behind me. Why am I wearing a cap backwards in my home? I cannot give you a definitive answer. But hey, okay. Anyway, it's just a thing. You know what? I dig it. I'm looking at myself. I gotta look at myself. I dig the style. I'm leaving the whole StreamYard, and yes, I know. One day I'll get this right where I inform the team, the community. Hello, Saffron. I love that you're so prompt.
One day I'll get
Look at
this
that
right
newbie
where I
mistake. Y'all
inform
hear
the
that?
team, the community. Hello, Saffron.
Sorry.
I love that you.
There we go. I did that for a reason, though, because apparently I get to see participants, which is, I'm just testing out new stuff. Hello, birthday chat supervisor, Justin Roard, Mr. President. Hello, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Saffron, do you actually get notifications? Because I'm convinced that YouTube just drops the ball at every possible turn when it comes to people that are subscribed to their content creators, platformers, whatever, and never ever get the proper notification. Well, thank you very much, Miss Coon. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm welcome to the community as far as I'm concerned. That's awesome because I have been under the impression that notifications are just they're like an urban legend. Like we all think that we'll get notified when the person we're hoping to catch live will actually get to their notification. Okay, well, the connection is not doing good, so be prepared for if that happens too much, I'm just gonna have to kill it. But right now we're moving and grooving. Sorry about the AD Libby 68. Yeah, you saw the does it freeze? Is that what happens when I do this? So anyway, I just figured look, everything is pinned to the top. Yeah, it did freeze. But I'm glad y'all caught on and it wasn't like an inopportune moment where I'm like in the middle of like so you feel free if you feel so bold to join the conversation. I did go on. It's so many little convoluted efforts to make this thing go right. I pinned to the top the Streamyard link, and anybody that wishes to join. No, I am not real. By the way, are you real? No, none of us are real. It's all simulation. The Matrix tried to tell us that. We did not listen, and this is the result. So let's see. I'm gonna pick a topic. Oh, excuse me. Or I could talk about what's to come. It's Mrs. Queen, everybody. God save the Queen. Here, here. Three cheers. Uh, Miss, I'm sorry that I'm like somewhat reluctant to say your name out loud. But yes, to you, hello, and yeah, I'm glad that you have caught this. I don't think I've ever seen your name before, and if you have commented, just thank you. Shanrock. Hello. Can you believe that like after all these years, I was completely convinced that your name just said Shamrock twice. And yeah, so I was like what, yesterday years old when I discovered after what, 2 years you watched us on Stuck in the Middle. All this time I was calling you Double Shamrock and hey, what's up? Uh DJ Bricks, bro. What's good, man? Do you would you like to pop in, man? You don't have to do the whole like getting the facial, getting let's word that differently. You don't have to show your face if you want to pop up and have a conversation. Man, you see, I made some plans. This is one of the things I'm trying to learn and navigate and do better. Hey, Miss Chronic Hells, welcome. One day I'm going to be a sub. You're gonna. One day you're gonna be a subscriber. Well, fantastic. My to be great. No, 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 no. Don't you are a subscriber. Don't worry about the whole membership thing, please. Thus far, I've only done some posts that members can see only, and I gotta do something for because I made that option, I'm gonna have to acclimate to that. Apparently, there's a Mr. Shamrock and a Shamrock's husband out there. Oh, okay. Well, then I stand corrected. I would. Oh, if you were at home, okay, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I need to change that. Can I change that? I swear, I it used to say Progressive Patriot for the longest time, but I think what's happened is ever since Chrome has completely crapped out on me, I can't fix it. If Shade Darker were here, he would start spamming the chat and saying, "Dude, just like get in the Discord and show me on your phone what's going on, and I will help you. I'll walk you through it, and we'll fix your freaking computer." Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm tired. I'm too tired and I have to procrastinate. Procrastination is my safety blanket. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is that who I think it is? So here's the breaks. Here's the rules. Mishka, I do require that you give me kind of proof of life here. What's up, Lewis and Maxwell? So if it's none too much to ask, I hope you are able to, because the risk is too great. If I let you on and you're not who you say you are, which this happens very often, something pretty terrible could happen, and I'll have to. Who was on Discord last night, by the way? Who? Because all right, right now, Mishka, I do need to see like your face. I'm sorry, it's just you got to be so cautious. And I know like there's somebody who has been with your namesake that's in Australia telling me that there are forensic psychologists that wants to help and offer resources. So if ever where there was a time for me to feel um, like I wanted to just let you on blindly, this is it. But I can't take the risk unless you're backstage right now. Nobody can see you. So if you would not mind, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Perfect. Okay. Up you go. Ah, I am so excited to have you here. How are you?
I'm good. How are yourself?
I'm pretty good. Oh, hold on. I gotta block a bot real quick. Boom. Yeah, I'm still I'm 11 days in sober. I'm a little tired because work, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I'm blessed, and I am so glad. Is this you? Are you in Australia?
Yeah, I am. I'm in Perth, Western Australia.
This is a big deal to me. This is awesome. Oh my.
Just there's such a big time difference. I usually miss your lives.
Yeah. No, what time is it over there right now?
It right now it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, geez, oh my goodness. I'm actually a little starstruck. I didn't think we'd ever have the opportunity to actually catch one another. Um, so I'm gonna let Yo Main Girl up real quick, but I have some questions for you.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. So, forensic psychologist, are you still active?
yeah, I am.
So if you all right, like let's treat this like I need to know layman's terms here. So as a forensic psychologist, when I hear that, I'm thinking forensics would have to do with, I assume, crime scenes. Is that accurate?
I deal more with criminals, the criminal behavior.
Okay, so you deal with criminals after the crime is perpetrated. You deal with the criminal, and then what? Trying to understand them, or
Try
um,
to understand then the reasons behind the crimes that they've committed, their psychological well-being, their upbringing, how they're raised, how their parents were raised, what kind of atmosphere, their lifestyle is, if they're on drugs, whether they're on drugs at the time, and then that's all proceeded and it goes to court, and then I have to, attend court and either defend or oppose, depending on what side of the panel I'm on, whether it's the prosecutor or the defense.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for the past 15 years. I'm a mum of 5, so going to uni, getting my PhD, being a mum, it took some time, but I've managed to do it. I'm blessed,
I
and yeah, and
we're
I'd
blessed to have
like I
you.
said, if I can help in any way, I just send me an email, and yeah, I mean, you don't need to give me your real name. If someone out there really needs someone to talk to, I'm willing to listen.
All right. Have you ever done one of these panels before?
No.
All right. So what I want to do, because I assume you don't want to share your email publicly, is that a safe assumption?
I can share my email with you.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yep.
So if you look to your right, and then we're gonna say what's up to your main girl. But if you look to your right, if you're on your PC, you should see. Oh, I hear. It's not bothersome at all. But just in case there is a little feedback, if you could close out the other YouTube tab, and all you need to worry about is being here, if you don't mind. Otherwise, no big deal. I can ignore it. But while you're looking at the screen, if you are on the PC, just look all the way to the right, and it will say comments. And there should no, I'm sorry. Below comments, it'll say comments, banners, brand, and then private chat. If you hit private chat, you will see these random letters I've just typed, and then that's where you may, if you feel so inclined, type your email that I will keep for myself.
I'm actually on my phone, so on the chat there's a few letters and time. So is that where you want me to go?
As long as you see the tab that says private chat, that's the one you want to click. And it may, since you're on the phone, you may not see us visually on camera. You would just X out of that. But if you get there, make sure you hit private, and then you could type your email, and then we could begin our correspondence. But,
oh my gosh.
But we have time. In the meantime, let me say hello, yo, main girl. How are you?
Hi, buddy. What's up?
I'm doing pretty good. All
Doing
things
pretty good.
considered. Yeah,
All things.
yeah. How the hell have you been? I haven't seen a lot of people in a while now. But yeah, what's been going on in your neck of the woods?
Oh, let's see. I've just been doing the music reaction thing. That's been a lot of fun. Other than that, just momming and working, trying to do this YouTube thing, trying to keep up with everybody. It's a lot. But
Don't let it suck you in to the point where like you're, like it did with me.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you noticed, I took a little sabbatical. I needed a mental health break, kind of a deal, and the sobriety has definitely helped the whole process. But just that's the only advice I could give as an insider of the YouTube world. Just
Yeah,
and there's going to be elements that bother you, people that you run into, all sorts of things. We just accept that it's out of our control and just never let anything bring you down.
absolutely. I feel like with the lane that I've been staying in, with like Creek Squad and doing music and everything, it's so supportive and fun, and everybody's so nice and like uplifting of each other that there hasn't been really a whole lot of that. But then if I pop in and out of these true crime, not all, but some, not you, but some of the true crime channels, it's so toxic and like mentally straining. It's like, oh my God, I can only do that for so long.
I do understand, and it's a very heavy-handed topic, which is why I kind of backed off, even though it might be something I visit and revisit. Mishka, is that how I say your name?
Mishka.
Mishka. Have
Mhm.
you followed the Jamie Valdez case and or interview or any of the little factoids that I've talked about regarding that specific case?
A little bit of snippets here and there. With time and work, I don't actually, manage to sit down and watch everything that you put out. I do watch some, but I do know what you were talking about. The gentleman that supposedly just disappeared from the face of the earth. So yeah.
Yeah, the whole 2021 just gone, and all the discrepancies, and
Yeah.
the ex-wife at the time, Anna. Yeah, that is something that via email correspondence alone, I'd love to tell you as much as I can that I know I'm allowed to share with you, and get your, I guess, assessment and or opinion about some of the things, and probably send
And
you some
sorry,
of the.
if I could may interrupt you. Am
Oh,
I under the understanding that his wife had some sort of relationship with the police or something like that,
the
or someone in the someone
yes,
in her family?
Anna, the ex-wife of the missing Jamie Valdez from
Yeah.
2021, June 9th, or I hope I got that right. Um, she lived with the police chief years ago when they were children, and he never disclosed this information publicly to the family or to anybody for that matter. It had to be discovered way down the line. So yeah, and of course, let's compound that with the fact that they did not administer a polygraph to her. She is the spouse. Normally, that's the first thing you do, is to rule out the spouse. They didn't give her a polygraph, and that's just one aspect of many things that are just
Was
wrong
the
about this case.
sorry was the police police chief you said?
Yeah, it was police chief. That's right. The
Yeah,
police chief.
was he actually interviewed in regards to this? In
Um,
regards to knowing her and that, and having some sort of relationship, or not?
when the family, members of the family, did confront and ask him about this, he simply said, and I'm paraphrasing, it's not a direct quote, but this is the summation of what he said, that it was a long time ago and he barely remembers. But given the age that he was, it's something you just don't forget. It's a convenient thing to forget.
Yeah, you wouldn't forget that,
Right.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
no,
he was like
no.
13 years old and she was like 9. If anything, maybe she that it doesn't stack up, doesn't make sense.
No,
I
you
wish
don't. You don't forget something like that. No, that's like, it seems like some sort of bond between them.
Mhm.
clearly
That there is a bond. If yeah, to me that doesn't sit right. No.
no, and that's just one of many things. Another thing is that the vehicle that Jamie Valdez was last seen in was discovered 10 days after his disappearance by the ex-wife or then wife's uh, boss of all people. The boss found it, and that's, I played the clip where somebody had written down, "He is near, help me." And then when the family inquired about this mysterious thing, and they did confirm it was not Jamie Valdez's handwriting, the police told the family, Sean Valdez, or yeah, that's the name I'll give her, that it was just a bunch of teenagers and they cannot give the information because they're minors. Then the family, as they have always done with this case, did their own research, found out not only were they not teenagers then, they aren't teenagers, period, because they found them 1 year later and they were too old to have been teenagers the year ago. So the police lied about that. There's far too many things that the police chief.
Was there any was sorry? I apologize for interrupting
Do
you.
not apologize. Not at all.
Was there like any forensic done to the cars? Any fingerprints, any DNA, any vacuuming, any collection of contents or anything like that to be examined?
To my knowledge, all right, it's gonna get a little Twilight Zone-ish here because I don't know, like they didn't do an adequate job at extrapolating as much DNA or anything. They didn't do the DNA swabbing. They didn't collect hairs, nothing like that. They didn't get anything of substance from the vehicle. And what makes this all worse is that the Anna, the ex-wife, sold the vehicle. And I forget, I don't want to misquote somebody. I can open up my Facebook and see the messages, but another woman told the police that she found flesh, a chunk of flesh, and this is going to be graphic, a nipple and a finger inside, and then she reported it. The police did nothing about it, and when it was followed up on, it was gone. Now I know I'm missing parts of this because I don't have the comments in front of me. And again, this is another area where the police were found to be lying, because they said to the Valdez family, "Oh, the woman is just a very old, elderly woman that lives by herself, and we can't really get anything out of her." And so again, the Valdez family found this person for themselves. She was not elderly, and she did not live alone. And she said nobody followed up with her. There you go.
I don't know anything.
That
Oh, I'm
leads
sorry.
totally down. Apologies. That just seems to be leading down an array of rabbit holes of deceit, and to me, what you're saying makes absolute no sense.
Right.
I mean, a man just doesn't disappear, and that no forensics were taken or even performed with the vehicle, or and the relationship between his wife or ex-wife, sorry, and the police chief. Yeah, there's a lot to that. No, that sounds totally wrong. No.
Yo, main girl, did you want to say something? And then I have an update regarding the information.
I was gonna see if maybe we could play a clip or something, but I was just pulling it up on my YouTube so I could get caught up while you guys are continuing to talk. On my TV. I don't know anything about this case, so I was like,
oh yeah, no, that's okay. This is why I'm glad it's been trending a bit more, especially on Facebook. They have almost 2,000 strong in a privatized group for this very case. What I wanted to add is, without revealing too much, somebody with a more influential platform was able to request a FOIA request and have it finally honored. And they are overwhelmed. The Valdez family currently is overwhelmed with data and information. Like, it's so much to go through. There are so many mistakes, so many inconsistencies. And all I can say is they're sorting through it, and it's hope from what I was told, from what I understand, it's looking good, and it may go somewhere higher, and that's as much as I can say.
Yes, I see. I absolutely do not understand your police force. How you have, your little towns have your sheriffs, and then you have your police, and the police don't, deal with the sheriffs or the sheriff deputies. I might be off track, but yeah, that you just seem to have so many forces that do not communicate within each other. Whereas here we just have the police, and that is it. Do you understand? We don't have sheriffs, we don't have deputies or anything like that. Each little town has its own police station. It's manned by, a police officer and 4 or 5 under him. And, whatever, if there is a major crime, then, the detectives would come out and be investigated properly with forensics and so forth. But yeah, you seem to have sheriffs, and then you have a police force, and yeah, so to me it's like no communication, no forensics, no consideration towards the family. It's a man, that he can leave whenever he wants to. He doesn't have to, be in contact with family or whatever. But I mean, family knows family. I mean, yes, you might go 1 or 2 days without contacting your family, but in the end, you will contact your family.
And another aspect that's just and by the way, yes, Boonesville, Arkansas, very small, little agency there. So we're all hoping that some form of oversight that I'm going to be very vague about will be getting involved. That's the whole goal. That's why the FOIA request was sent, so they can collect enough data to get the other individuals interested. So a proper investigation, not only of the case, but of the people that handled the case, can be completed, and some sort of justice can be found for this family. It's been something that's really tortured me, and if it's tortured me, I can't even fathom what it's done to this family. And the official story, well, for one, another inconsistency is Anna, the ex-wife, gave the wrong date when Jamie Valdez went missing. She said it was June 10th. It was June 9th. And on the police report, it is still on the police report saying it was June 19th or 27th, and it has not been changed. So this is just an example of terrible negligence, a small town that just didn't feel accountable enough. They didn't care, and this family is not having it. So they're pressing forward, and I'm
No,
proud of all
obvious.
the
I mean,
contacts
obviously,
they made.
I mean, loss is, grieving is a difficult and complex. So not knowing is worse than knowing and being able to bury someone. Not knowing where that your loved one is a torturous endeavor that it is an overwhelming, consuming feeling of hopelessness all the time. It's like being punched in the stomach every morning when you wake up. It's another day without your loved one. And to have no one behind you willing to actually step forward and say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to help you. But I think listening to you, you're willing to take that step to help this family, to bring this message out, that there are people out there that do care and are willing to do what they can. Even if it's something small, even if it's just to give the family some strength and to know that we're behind them. We wish them the best. We want them to find their loved one. We want them to put them to rest. We want them to be able to grieve properly for someone. Not knowing where someone is and having to live with that is it leads down its own path of self-destruction.
And I give this family all the credit for not crumbling.
I applaud
real quick, could you just spell the name for me? I'm sorry to interrupt you guys.
So, Jamie Valdez?
Is it Jamie? Is it a male or a female?
Male.
Okay. Oh, okay. I found it. Thank you. Sorry.
Did you really? No, it's okay. It's okay. We do the best we can with StreamYard. I'm still, and I pretty easily, even if I had Chrome, I could play the clips as requested. What I want to send you, Mishka, did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you the interrogation.
I'm a Polish Jew, so.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
No kidding.
Well, I want to send you the interrogations so you can get a look at Anna, who it was just so creepy and suspicious. She was very, definitely trying to be disassociated from what was happening when she's being questioned. She was going as far as playing music in the interrogation. Why were they letting her play music during I wouldn't call it interrogation, I guess. They wouldn't formally call it that. And the officials, he was clean for 2 years. He's also a father. He was doing fantastic. And as June has been sharing in here, is that Anna said, oh yeah, no, he took out $600 and just disappeared and must have relapsed. And that's the official story. Nobody looked into it further. I saw birthday chat supervisor pop up. Hey, what's up, Don? We were just talking about your family. By the way, I I can't access the Facebook messages that I've shared with Sean regarding the information of the woman that saw flesh and body parts in the vehicle. So I may have not appropriately described things. And yes, Shamrock, that's right. I played for the interview I did with Sean. I had on here and I played the interviews, and while the police were talking to her, she had a little I'm going to say iPod, but we're not in freaking 2009. She had something just listening to her music, so she wasn't fully engaged. I see birthday chat supervisor up in here. What's up, partner? You're in, and I blindly trusted you. I didn't even ask you to say anything, so now I'm getting ready to kick you just in case this goes sour. But feel free to speak, brother. You are on. And alrighty then, we're gonna continue on. We march forward. But yes, Don, it's our pleasure. I told you this is what we're going to do at every opportunity. Sorry, Justin, I'm just gonna kick you, not ban you, because you're having some tech difficulties there. Hey, Jessica. Jess, can you do the thing? Say hello in the backstage. There you go. Okay, you can. Okay, welcome,
I just
Jess.
don't want to look at my face.
Yeah, I know it's okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a minute.
I know it's been a long time since I've seen you around these parts, but I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, well, I've been in here. Don't.
Oh, I know, no, I've
I
seen you
just
around. Haven't had you on panel in a while, but it's welcome back home, fam.
I've been kind of, kind of same thing you've been doing because stuff has gotten a little toxic. You know what I mean? So
I started
kind of had
to
to
witness
step
what
back
you're.
a little bit.
Yeah, I personally started to witness some of what you were referencing, and I've done some unsubscribing and distanced myself from areas where I know certain people are doing their thing, and I just don't want no part. It's healthier for me to stay away. Justin, if you could backstage just kind of show your face, it was a huge risk I took putting you up here without even checking that whole. Hey, what's up, Scuba? Okay, Justin, I just had two of you back here, so now I'm extra paranoid.
Oh Lord, are you gonna see a little pee-pee?
Not
Let's not
today.
do that.
That is not happening ever again on this channel, by God.
But for real, that was really funny.
Yeah, it's so funny that I never want to see it again. And
Well, no, but
Snuffleupagus.
but it was we had such a good night. It was like your first live, right?
Yeah, it was a big deal. First live, and
And
then
I was on, and
and
we
then
were like, "Oh
then
crap!"
King Smegma Snuffleupagus had to make his debut. So there was that.
But it was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, everything up until that point. So how have you been?
I mean, I'm good. I'm kind of dealing with the same stuff you're kind of dealing with.
All right, without getting too much into it, are people like harassing you?
Yeah.
Okay, say no more, and I bet I can guess. But we don't give it life here because that's what they need.
It's kind of the same people that kind of, I guess, were
even
kind
more
of
reason.
manipulated me, and were trying to say. I sent you an email, and we kind of talked about it's that person.
Yeah, no. Yep. Yeah, I got it.
You know what I'm talking about. And then there's someone behind her.
I know.
Who actually is in the community that people talk to and stuff, and I'm like,
what's up, Scuba? And I know. We're not gonna drop the names though because they don't deserve the attention.
Well, no, I would have done that. I would have already done that. We know who we're talking about.
Yep, exactly. What? Hi, Scuba.
Can I just jump in and just say
yes,
hello to Scuba Sam and to Jessica? I have seen them up on your panel a few times, and I love the both of them.
Hello. I feel like I'm a little baby.
I love her accent. I could listen to her talk all day
Yeah.
long.
Hey,
Thank you.
Scuba, are you usually over on weren't we on a panel together recently?
Is this your main girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, over on Bare Bones.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to say that.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna,
he's still feeling good.
is it Misha?
Eli, if I Mishka,
Mishka. Oh my God.
Mishka.
Talk.
It pretend
Just,
it's a
just talk.
Mishka. It's easier. It's Mishka.
Yes.
That's adorable.
Man, someone give her a paragraph just to talk. I just want to hear her talk. I just want to hear her talk.
It's a powerful name. I like that. Mishka. Like that? Is that how you
Thank
say it?
you, Mishka.
Mishka. That's
Mishka.
sexy.
Oh my gosh.
May I ask, how are you, Scuba Sam? May I call you Sam?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm doing okay. I just
How
have
are
a
you
cold.
doing?
I have a cold.
Yeah. How is life? How is life? How are you emotionally doing?
Emotionally, I'm doing okay. Yeah, all is well right now. I have roller
You
coaster rides, but
feeling?
right
I
now
mean,
I'm
I
on the
see
up.
you on Bare Bones. Sometimes I catch a bit of him. He makes me laugh. I think he's so
Oh my goodness.
funny.
Yes, I
Yeah.
adore him.
He's good people. I have fun over there.
Yes.
That's good. And Jessica, I just want to say I've seen you, on with Eli, if I may call you Eli,
Please.
and on Bare Bones. I mean, you're a lovely human. You're a lovely, lovely woman. You're a caring mother. I You need not feel down. You have nothing to feel down about. You have children, and you've done a brilliant job in raising your sons. Feel proud of them. Don't let others bring you down. They're not worth it. You know
You're,
where you're safe. You're safe amongst Eli, with Sam, with Bare Bones. Stay where you feel a connection. Don't let others bring you down. It's not worth it.
no,
They're not worth it.
no, you're very sweet. You're obviously very into it. You obviously know what's going on because you wouldn't know I didn't have boys. You obviously know what's.
I'm a single mum of five with 5 children, so I have twin boys and twin girls. My daughters are 21. They're identical twins. Well, you'd say identical. One has green eyes, one has blue eyes. I have twin boys who are 20, and I have a 10-year-old.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I mean,
You know,
you're
and
so very sweet. And look, and
being a
I'm
mom is tough. Being a mom is tough, and the world is a horrible place.
and I have
It, it,
and
it's
I have
when they
4
leave that
boys.
front door. When they leave that front door, you fear for them all the time. You don't know what's going to happen.
Especially my oldest. He was born without his right hand. He's the one that wrestles. Scuba.
Well, let him wrestle. Let him wrestle all he wants.
He wrestled tonight. He won his first. He lost his second, but
No, at
um,
least he's doing it.
Hell yeah.
At least he's doing it. The effort, you know. Be proud of him. I mean,
I definitely.
in my house,
I
in my
had.
household, it's we leave sticky notes. Love your mum. See you after work. See you after school. I love you. Because I go to work, they're sleeping. I come home, they're sleeping.
Right.
So I have my daughters basically raising my son, unfortunately, taking him to school and picking him up, and when
Well,
I can, I do it. But, it my job is taxing, and where I live in Western Australia, if I need to go to court for whatever reason, it's a 5-hour trip one direction. You're in court for 3 hours, and then it's a 5-hour trip back home. And it's exhausting sometimes. And Wednesdays are usually my days my days off, but I have a lot of people that I see who can't afford to pay for a psychologist. So we basically just go for walks on the beach. They buy me a cup of coffee and we talk and I listen.
I
People
Oh,
need help
I think that's
and they
better
can't
than
afford it. Then
someone with
I'm
a
there.
degree.
It's not about the money. Oh, yes, the money helps. It pays my bills. It's educating my children. It's clothing my children. But they have to earn their phones because I'm not buying them a phone and I'm not buying them a car. That's their responsibility if they want it. So they have their part-time jobs. Life isn't easy. You have to earn and work hard to get what you want.
Well,
amen.
And
you're in Australia.
yeah, I am.
It's
I
so
mean, you're doing a
weird.
great job, Jessica. You're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And I think you just need to drown out the negativity that you're feeling from other platforms and just stick with Eli and stick with Bare Bones. And I think you'll find your comfort spot. You have Scuba, and
Oh,
she always has a
that's
smile
my
on her
sister
face.
from another
For
mister.
someone,
She knows.
I mean, I don't know you ladies, but I have seen you on Eli's program, and I have seen you on. Basically, I get on Eli's program and Bare Bones to distress.
Yeah.
You guys distress me from my day's work. And sometimes your comments, I mean, I don't understand half the stuff that's going on because I don't understand your politics or your how things
Well,
work in
Hey, neither
America.
do I.
I think a lot
You
gets
know,
lost in translation.
it
Even if
does.
I'm not
It
here,
does.
Eli, I still give you a like and I keep moving. If I don't understand the topic, I just like it and keep going.
Okay,
And
I
gotta,
think,
I
and
have to address whoever is in the background with the S as the icon. Last time I'm gonna repeat it because it's very clear how this works. You gotta
man,
show me your face, or you're gonna kick rocks. That aside,
right,
also,
see, stuff always happens when I'm in the chat and I can't pinpoint a troll. I
Scuba,
want to
are
be
you a
on
single
troll
mom?
patrol.
I, uh,
Well, I mean,
that's
you are
I
Scuba.
am.
I
It's
mean,
kind
you
of been
are.
because my kids got taken from me, but I still am
Mm-hmm.
completely 100% a single mom.
Yeah. Well,
well, damn, we got a single
I
mom
am too.
power
So,
hour panel over here.
um,
Well,
Uh,
I'm not. And just because I
You're
while we're
still a
on this
single mom,
platform,
Jess.
hour.
well, I am, but because let me speak on this, how amazing my second husband is.
Mm-hmm.
He married me when I had a 2 and a 3-year-old. We went through a custody battle with my 2 youngest, which is, one of my sons that doesn't have a hand that wrestles, and he has been their champion while their
Oh,
dad continued to not pay child support, not show up, cause problems, and then we had 2 more together, me and him. And he has blessed my 2 oldest boys, and they're his, bought their first vehicles,
well done. Well
done
done.
everything
amazing.
for them.
It's good to hear when the individual that's needed to step up steps up. By the way, everybody, I am very proud to introduce the the whole name is there. Damn, Shelby is an IRL for all you kids out there, or I should say, for all you older folks out there. That's in real life. That's a real friend of mine. Hello, Shelby Shells. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Good, how are
Uh,
you?
Y'all's
Good.
us. We's
Good.
be
Thank
doing
you.
okay. I'm murdering the English language. And I did, well, I want to say two things before I let Power Hour of the Mothers, which we have another one up here, commence. Number one, I am just now learning from the very intuitive chat. I just said intuitive because somebody said it earlier. $2 words. That Jared from AWP is putting the videos back up. Please, everybody, remember the kind of crap he's in, and if you click those videos he's putting up, you're going to feed into the revenue he needs to probably fight his battles at court. Do
What,
not support Jared
what is
from
he
AW.
doing? Pleading his case? Is that what the videos
I
are?
assume no, I don't know. I think just videos in general, old, the ones that were taken down, whatever the case, just do not feed into it. We all know what he did, and he needs to.
Does he have a shirt on? But he doesn't.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Who is this Jared person?
The
Oh,
Just don't.
Lord. Oh,
the,
Lord.
the
If you
guy
don't
from
know, just don't.
the guy from AWP.
She
The
doesn't.
one
I
that
don't
was
know what that
arguing
is.
and
What
No.
AWP
throwing
is.
Duddy
She's in Australia, so she.
It's the actual videos. I'll give it to you in summation. It is a group that got very, very popular for doing amazing work of finding missing people, deceased or otherwise, usually deceased. And the founder was discovered to have done heinous acts with a minor in the past.
sister.
So
Right.
Pedophilia.
sister, yeah. So we're not going to
and cousin.
and cousin, yeah. So
Oh, God.
we're not going to show any love to Jared from AWP. And I also wanted
So
to add
it's okay. So it's ancestral.
incest.
Allegedly.
Play-Doh.
Wait,
Play-Doh
let's
stuff.
let's keep.
Yeah, you're all
Mishka,
losing me with your American code words. Sorry.
All right. Play-Doh, kid stuff. Okay.
P3DO.
kid- Yeah.
No, but
Oh, adult and child
Yes,
relationship.
correct.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
let's keep Mishka up who we're talking about. You know the people that found Kylie Rodney, Mishka?
No, I don't know.
He doesn't know
Sorry.
any of this stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think we gave enough of an assessment there, and I wanted
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, I
That's why.
just wanted her to know who we were talking about.
That's why I said if she doesn't know, it's better off she don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gave as much information as necessary. Thank you, Frankie Hopkins. Thank you for the thank you, because otherwise I'll say the creepy weekend, and I don't do that anymore. So I thank you for your support, and I will
Can I do
continue
it?
to earn that support. God, okay, yeah, okay, why not?
I think we got a super chat.
Now I have. We got
Your main said, "Can I do it?"
so Jesus H. Everybody go down the line, and then I'd like Shelby to speak.
I think we got a super chat.
Oh,
That's so fun.
go on.
I have
Shelby.
no idea what you're going on about, but you're funny.
And Mishka's like, "What the hell are y'all talking
For
about?"
good reason. We're a bunch of crazy Americans scaring this innocent Australian. I watched a very fascinating
What the fuck are
documentary.
y'all
Mishka.
talking about?
I watched a
Yeah.
fascinating documentary, Mishka, about a very dark time in your country from, I think it was the early 90s, late 80s. But I'm worried to even talk about the content. I guess I'll be kind of blunt and not use offensive words. Then I really need Shelby to speak. The documentary was about how gay bashing, like literally, was quite a thing, and there was a specific
Yes,
area.
and the gentleman off the cliff. Yes.
Yes, I watched all that stuff. Horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. We're not innocent in our dealings. No, there are some people out there that are absolutely horrible people. But they're everywhere. If the world was a happy place, I mean, you'd still find someone who would go out of their way to make it unhappy, because that's just human nature. We bring sadness to ourselves, basically. When we feel down, we want to reach out for that drink or that cigarette, even though you've made that promise that you're not going to have that drink, you're not going to have that cigarette, but yet you need it. That temptation. And there are horrible people, and that is basically their drug of choice, is to hurt others.
I lost my connection, and now
Hurt
Well,
people,
I could
right?
listen to Mishka talk all day.
Yeah,
long.
me too.
All right.
I could like, can you
It's
call
like
me at
she
night and let
starts
me fall asleep?
talking, I go into a trance. Like,
Yeah.
So you're saying I could put you to sleep? That
Well, in a good way,
No,
it's
no, no,
soothing
no,
and
not yo,
peaceful
man.
and
You get what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
Not
and
a
less
trance, I full on go like it's like I go into your brain when you talk.
calming.
Shelby. Hey,
oh,
Shelby.
that'd be a scary place if you managed to get into my brain.
Shelby. Shelby.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hi.
no,
How are you
Hi.
doing? Can you
I-
bring me? Hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Shelby, please. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a little bit. How is everything? How's
Um,
the family?
Pretty good. Macy's been cheerleading and Kendrick's out on a delivery for a really long time. This yacht delivery is going to take probably close to 2 months to do. That started in Missouri. It'll come down the Mississippi River, through the Gulf, around the Keys, back up the East Coast to New York.
And how I saw you last time at the pharmacy of my job. How are you feeling?
Rough. That's just kind of an ongoing thing right now. They haven't been able to nail down anything that actually works yet, or diagnose anything yet either. I got to go for a bone marrow biopsy next month. They're doing it after Christmas.
I'm sorry to hear that. With everything that I know you already have to put up with, that's also a thing. But I mean, you sound, for what it's worth, you sound a little bit better than when I last saw you. And even in that brief little shot I saw you in the backstage, you look a little better. But that's nowhere near seeing you in real life. But don't be a stranger. If you need me to deliver soup to you or something,
Oh, I appreciate that.
you should know that these are the facts, ma'am. And I'll never call you ma'am again.
if I can ask, if Shelby doesn't want to say what's wrong with
Oh no,
you.
it's not that I'm avoiding it. I wish I could say what was wrong. We don't know.
No, I'm not saying you're avoiding anything. I was being respectful and
Oh no, I understand. Like a
can,
lot of people, whenever I bring it up like that, they always think that I'm trying to not say it. It's not really that. We just don't know.
Yep.
but I'm like what I mean.
So
What,
it's basically lower abdominal pain is what it started as. Like crippling abdominal pain, not being able to do anything, and it's
Oh Lord.
it's not real linked to digestive issues. It's not linked
Appendix?
to female issues or anything like that. They're just not sure yet.
They are legit confused. Like, she has not been doing well, and none of the
Oh.
doctors or
What?
specialists can tell
Is
her what
it
the hell's
like?
going on.
Is it similar to like IBS? Do you have like
No,
those?
it's not got any digestive problems.
It's
It's
just
not linked to
it's
that.
just pain.
Yeah, and my white blood cell count doesn't exist basically.
Oh Lord.
So, do they not have they looked into your female, like
Yep.
your uterus and?
Yep,
Yes.
that's not the problem either. They're leaning more towards like it being some sort of leukemia
Autoimmune?
or blood.
Well,
Oh,
leukemia would
no.
be in your blood, and your blood counts would be off.
They are. I don't have, like, I have zero immune system. My white blood cells do not fight anything.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not.
autoimmune.
They're
right?
not there.
Do you
And
get
so you're having pain in your abdomen.
Yep. Really bad
you-
pain, like to the
are
point
you
that they
bleeding?
diagnosed it as like
Are
a
you
pain crisis.
are you bleeding externally?
Nope.
That's really weird.
I mean, not to get gross on it, but I mean, I ain't had a
Well, I
period in
mean,
like
no, we're
2
talking
years.
about it.
I ain't had a period in like 2 years, but that's because of the birth control I use.
Jordan Peterson's daughter had autoimmune issues, and she did this crazy diet thing, and it cleared it all up.
Oh, we've tried everything from diet changes to supplements to medications, just with
but
them grasping at straws.
You ever
trying to
heard
get
of
Yeah.
carnivore diet? I don't know. It's just something to think about. Like,
But
check out Michaela.
like, but she shouldn't be having pain though. That would be the main concern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
because
pain.
normally if you have pain,
You
there's
have
something
this,
causing it.
you
There's
have.
something deeper in the tissue that's going on.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense at all, but
Realize
that's
like, huh?
No, no,
part
no.
of why
I,
it's been
I,
so
I,
I'm talking
I,
about
frustrating.
female
I'm
shit.
sorry.
Shut up.
I have to overtalk everybody. I have to humbly ask which one of you would volunteer to step down. I don't recognize that. I think that's DJ
Oh,
Bricks, but is anybody willing to step down
I
and rotate?
yeah, because I gotta work in the morning anyway. I love you guys.
Yo, man, you're always
I can
welcome here.
leave.
And
She's so pretty too.
You guys have a good
Mishka,
night.
we need your voice, okay? No, no, well, yo, main girl. I haven't forgotten. I told you that I would visit you on the channel. All right,
She
that
left, but
will
she's so
happen. Okay,
pretty.
I'm still just trying to get everything I have planned to come to fruition. Anyway, and yes, it is Pooh. What's up, my brother?
What up, fam? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Cool.
We're
This is my
all
first
talking
time
Hello,
going
about,
live
Helen.
on my
we're all
setup.
talking about some female
Hold on, everybody.
gynecological
Please be
stuff.
mindful that we cannot be over talking. Give a little time. Pooh, say again, sir.
This is my first time actually getting on from my setup. I know my camera looks a little crappy though. I got a 4K one. I just don't know where it's at right now.
That's okay, dude. Don't even sweat any of that.
How are you feeling?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Honestly, I feel great, like $1,000,000. Life is
I,
good.
I have to
Just
say, this is the wildest thing
That's,
ever. I have
that's
a
good.
friend that we call Tigger, and he's kind of looks like your twin, man.
that's funny. So yeah,
Like even like your voice, I had to kind of double check, make sure that it wasn't him, and his nickname is Tigger.
So,
yeah.
DJ Bricks, you remember the whole plan we initially had, right?
Oh yeah, it's still there. Whenever you're ready, boss. I blame myself too because it's been a little rough, So
How would you blame
we
yourself?
we haven't
'Cause
been
that's
able
what
to
we
do
do.
it.
That's what we
Yeah.
do as human beings. We are our own worst critics. We'll beat ourselves up. Meanwhile, the world is kicking our ass from back to forward, forward to back. It's just a part of our human nature. We should do well to remember that the world will do it for us, and we don't need to add to it. So, but I'm glad to see you up and at 'em and out of the hospital.
And
Yes,
what
sir.
do I always say, Eli, when I message you?
Aside that you are always eager to help lend your resources, your help to anybody and everybody that you enjoy listening to me. I'm going to fail the pop quiz. I'm sorry.
All the
Smile.
above.
Smile and enjoy the little things.
And you know what? Actually, thank you for reminding me. I don't know if y'all saw me on Seafowls. I started sketching the panelists randomly, and I discovered, because I used to draw for like 10 years, a long time. I was drawing when I was like 3 years old. I drew at work, and to my surprise, it wasn't bad. I'm starting to rediscover some of the latent things that I've given up on because drinking took over. So yeah, I'm really happy. Like I can't even
Have
believe
you? I apologize for interrupting. Do you still drink, or have you
No, I'm
totally
11 days clean.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Congratulations. Good job.
Good for
Good
you,
job.
Eli.
It's
And
what I needed right now, and I don't foresee me going back. There is a part of me that, and maybe this is not the best idea, I do miss the social drinking at the bar, but I do believe I'm going to start returning to AA meetings at this juncture.
have you
Right.
ever just thought of just having a drink if it's a social drink with a straw in your glass, so you're just sipping?
Yes. I mean, I think of it now because normally I drink like a beast, and but I know when I'm out socially drinking, I don't drink to the capacity when I do when I'm by myself. I'll drink a fifth of bourbon, and yeah, it's just not healthy.
I think the
But
straw makes it worse for
I
me.
know,
think
I know
pour
it's
it.
But
not. Yeah, it's a difficult demon to. I mean, I also I'm a smoker and I'm a drinker. So when my days are extremely difficult, sometimes I hear some horrific things that I have to process. I do come home and have a few drinks.
You make an
By the time I
excuse for why
and by the
you
time I know it, I've gone through a whole packet of cigarettes, and then I need to sleep on it, and then I wake up and it's, oh my gosh, I smoked a whole packet of cigarettes. I'm feeling sick now. And yeah, I mean those demons are difficult. But I find when I drink and I have a straw, I don't drink as much. I'm not sculling it back.
Yeah, I'm
So
the exact opposite. I think straw makes it worse.
Some
know,
people,
no, really.
well,
it is
what if
that is
your particular drink is a shot?
so,
Yeah, well, being Polish, all we drink is vodka, and my father,
That's all I
bless
drink.
him, likes to
Right.
make his own out of potatoes. So we have a stockpile of vodka in our house.
Eli,
yeah. What? Who? Huh? Huh? Who?
it's me. It's good to Sam.
What's up?
Have you ever tried NA meetings?
Yes, I've done all the meetings.
So, which one works best for you?
They both can be equally helpful.
So, for
Around here,
me,
the AA ones are way more bumping, and there's way more people for
okay.
whatever
So I didn't
reason.
know because I know NA meetings resonated more with me.
Yes, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to, have a drug addiction to be at NA meetings. Alcohol is, a drug in and of itself. And
right.
honestly,
And you
I
don't
think
have to be an
the NA
alcoholic to
meetings
go to an
end up
NA meeting.
a little more inclusive than the AA meetings are.
Yep, I
But
always
some
felt
of the
that way as
AA
well.
meetings can be a bit judgmental sometimes, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
some of
Yes,
it's a lot
Shelby.
too heavy on the religion for me too.
Yes, Shelby
The,
coming with the facts.
the
Yeah.
last time I went to an NA meeting, the entire crowd enticed me and convinced me to step up because I made it clear that I didn't feel it would be right of me to accept a chip because I take Suboxone. But they said, "Dude, screw that. Get on up there." And
That
they gave me
doesn't no.
Yeah,
That has
don't feel
nothing
that
to
way.
do with no.
Yeah.
I'm right
Eli,
there with you.
sorry
Eli.
for interrupting. Do you have someone that, instead of attending these meetings where you're having to pour your soul out to random people, that you have someone that you feel comfortable with, that you can speak openly to, that you can speak on a regular basis to about how you feel, how
Maybe
your
if
day's going?
maybe if Eli would actually call anybody.
Oh.
honestly,
I mean, I'm always here if you need to chat.
outside of the community, which is my catharsis, my therapy, there is very recently, yes, that there is a lady that I'm able to speak to. I guess
Good.
that's as much as I can. Pooh, you're too quiet, and we must have you speak. I
Yeah,
demand
I
it.
just didn't want to. I just didn't want to talk over nobody.
There's a
No,
lot
no,
of
no. You have
there's a lot of feminine energy in this chat.
We know, Jessica. That's all we can hear.
So I actually wanted to say something. I wanted to speak on something because I haven't really dealt with alcohol
I'm just kidding.
per se. I mean, I've drunk, and I actually went through a phase last year where I kind of started excessively drinking, like 2 or 3 40s a day of Still Reserve, and it wasn't good. But I've dealt with drug addiction severely.
shit.
Like, yeah, I'm from the hood. I'm sorry. I used to drink OE at like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. But I've dealt with drug addiction, and I think it's a reverse transaction because, like, y'all are talking about, well, drinking alcohol and going to an NA meeting, and I actually one time I got into it with my wife, and I was still kind of homeless and stuff, and this guy actually picked me up when I was walking down the highway, and he took me to an AA meeting. And it was crazy what happened because I had been up like 3 or 4 days on meth. I was still lit up. And he even bought me a bus ticket and lunch afterwards to send me back to San Angelo. But when I went to it, it was different because when you're in the room and everybody's there for alcohol, and you're like, I got a drug addiction, you really appreciate what they're talking about and what they're going through, because then you see something that's actually a legal vice as far as alcohol, which you can go purchase in a store. And here I am, I'm strung out on methamphetamines and all kinds of drugs. And to hear that someone's going through something just as bad as I am, but they're dealing with a different type of vice, it's very therapeutical.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because like I wanted to get up there, it's like when I go to church and then I like everybody's, they're putting their testimony in and they're like, oh, I went through this and God blessed me with some money. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about like God blessed me with, taking cancer, like everything he done saved me from. I feel like I'm gonna go up there and be like boasting and feel embarrassed. Like, man, not like I'm trying to overtop them because I can't sit here and talk about how God has blessed me with money, but I can talk about the 47 times in the last year and a half that he pulled me out the hospital from ICU on sepsis and things like that. So going into that AA meeting was a different environment because I've been to NA meetings all day and I'm like, man, these people are in here for putting needles in their arm. I never made it that far. So like now I'm feeling a little inadequate, but when I went into the AA meeting, it was like a whole different ball game for me. It was like, wow. And I just sit back and I seen and I'm like, there's other people with like worse problems than me, and it was real therapeutical.
Yeah.
It's wild that you say that because I've honestly experienced the other side of that. I have seen AA meetings absolutely just shun a person so much that maybe isn't there for just alcohol.
Yep.
To where they don't even feel welcome anymore and leave and to go do God knows what because they're these people are gatekeeping their alcohol meeting.
Oh, you're just here for that? Oh, we've done way worse.
And that's the thing is AA, like it's almost like you just have to have alcohol, you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
In my experience with them.
Well, it gives you a chance. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Eli.
I'll be brief. I remember when I was court ordered many years ago after I was arrested to attend NA, or no, it was AA. I'm sorry. And there was a man who was sharing that he took painkillers, and the judgment and the looks and people shaking their head like this, like I felt so bad for this man who was trying to bear his soul. And that at that time, this is one of the rarest times in my life that I didn't feel I could speak because I just had too much anxiety. I was court ordered and there was no medication. So I was just a maniac, but I'll never forget that. And I experienced exactly what we're all talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, please continue.
Because of something like that, I didn't feel comfortable enough to share anything about what happened to me until I went to rehab and I was about to get out and I had to stand in front of everybody because of the program and tell like I had to write like this whole thing about like everything I had gone through because of my addiction in front of everybody in the rehab. Like, yeah. And that was like the first time I ever felt comfortable sharing anything about what like my story.
Addiction, I deal with addiction now. And it's crazy that I say this, but my addiction has turned to food.
Yeah.
When I quit my drug addiction, see, I smoked weed since I was 9 years old. When I was younger, I was on Thorazine and all that. My father had broke his neck. He was in a wheelchair. He was a drug dealer. There's a lot of stuff. I was talking to Eli about it one night. But they had me on Thorazine and all that, and all it would do was make me drool on myself. Like it started my drug addiction at an early age because I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I loved being high, but I was high 24 hours a day, basically. So my dad said, I'm done with it. Here, son. And I started smoking weed at 9 years old with my dad full on. Like, and, of course, with my dad being the way he was in a wheelchair and he was a heroin addict before he broke his neck. Well, once he broke his neck, they said, here's all the pain pills you can handle. They would give him Stadol and shots. And I mean, I dealt with it with addiction. I even became his pill popping partner, and drugs was like an everyday way of life in my household. And the only thing that changed me from pills is the day that I seen my dad dead on the floor from an overdose. And so dealing with addiction has been something I faced with my whole life. Now, when I was younger, I started selling cocaine and getting into, methamphetamines and stuff like that. So I sold dope. That's all I knew. And then of course, to keep up with that life, you start using. Like, I don't care who you are. If you sell dope and you sell methamphetamine, crack cocaine, there's gonna be a day that you fall victim to your own supply.
100%. Monkeys
Absolutely.
cannot sell bananas.
No, and to keep up with that life, I took to it. Now, I've never turned into a crackhead like the dude off, Menace to Society, where he's like, I got these cheeseburgers. No, I've always been able to maintain, but it was a rough addiction. And so 4 years ago, I quit smoking with meth, cigarettes, and weed, all in like, I tried to kill myself with an overdose, and I went to having like the dizziness, the puking, I couldn't see. I stood up, I walked out the room, and I went and sat on a chair outside, and I looked up and I said, God, I did it. I succeeded, and I thought I was done. And, I have a song about it, and I don't push my beliefs on nobody. I will never try to preach to nobody, but what I believe in, I believe God that day said, because I said, I'm done. And he said, no, I'm not done with you yet. And it was like I had this conversation with him for a long time. And he's like, I gave you a wife, I gave you a child, I gave you this, and I gave you that. I took cancer from your body. He's like, I'm not done with you yet. And as soon as he said that, I stopped throwing up. Everything subsided. I stood up. I grabbed the half ounce of dope I had in my pocket, went and gave it to my cousin with my cigarettes and all my weed. And I said I was done. 15 minutes later, my best friend was like my brother. He called me and he said, hey, I'm coming to get you. Like out of nowhere. Like this was so random. He lived in San Antonio. He's like, hey, I just got a car. He's like, I just want to take a drive. I'm coming to.
Did we just lose your audio? Can you guys?
I think it happened. It's like the same thing that just happened to me.
Pooh, your audio. Try again, my brother. You're right now. It's there. You go. You're good now.
Okay. So since then, it's been like 4 years, and I've been clean and sober. But now I'm dealing with food as a vice, and I'm doing better. I've lost 100 pounds in the last 2 months, but it's just hard.
Well, that does show pretty clearly that you're still a work in progress. You're trying. You lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, 100. I was 540 2 months ago. Now
brother.
I'm down to about. Well, I was 434, and then I went into the hospital. They pumped me with a bunch of
saline.
Yeah, and I just I carried it all. I retained water. It stayed in me, so I shot up a little bit, but about a week or two, I'll be down. And the whole moral of all this is speaking of addiction in general, because like I said, I've been through the alcohol phase. I've been through, never really a big drinker, but when I get down, I get down. And I've been through the pain pills, of course. The pills are very, very touchy subject on me. As a matter of fact, Jelly Roll just put out a song probably 2 weeks ago.
I love that song.
Yes.
I know what song you're talking about. I love that song.
It's called She.
Yep.
Yep.
She?
Yes. It's amazing.
And when I seen it that morning, like it was like I was meant to see it, and I cried. And I thought about my dad, because there was nights that I would spend hours. I would sleep in my dad's bed. A grown-ass man. I would lay he was in a wheelchair, and I would lay next to him and slap him every 2 or 3 minutes. Not hard, not like, but wake up, and I would keep him alive. And then finally I wasn't there. And when they found him, his autopsy report that he had like 147 different pills between Floricets, Darvocets, Percocets, and Loratabs and Valiums.
Well, and Darvocets, like at one point in time, were causing heart attacks. That's why they
they actually pulled them off the market for a little while.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt?
Yes.
I need to jump off. I need to get ready for work. I'm working this afternoon. How can I contact you, Eli? How's the best way?
I mean, the email is not working, but were you able to find the private chat option on your phone?
No, I on my phone it goes into chats, and then it has comments.
I
And
even
then
tried to comment my phone number and then delete it in the hopes that your notification would still show you my number. But
have you
Wait, did
seen
you
my
say it
email?
shows chat and then comments?
Yeah.
You need to click where it says chat.
chat.
Hang on.
Yeah. And then family, I have something I've never shared before that I learned at the funeral.
And
that
sorry,
I'm-
and this chat with everyone in the studio.
all right, so yes,
just all the people, us.
just it's just you, Scuba, Pooh, and Shelby and myself. We're the only ones that can see what is in this chat. Like this that I'm typing JIJ. That's
Blah, blah, blah.
that's exactly what it spells out. Yeah, you could type if you feel safe enough. We're the only ones that will see it. Nobody in the other people watching, nobody will see it.
I promise I won't spam you.
Eli,
Yeah.
do you use your Instagram?
No, that's fine. I mean, if I send you my email, it is fine if there is anyone out there who feels that they need to talk or you want any help with anything, Eli, please feel free to just say hi and I will try to find you on live again so that I can help in any way I can.
I do want to be able to utilize that as a community resource. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out. If you don't want to type that in the private chat, which is us, just us, you don't have to. We'll take care of it another time.
No, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll put my email in there. And yeah, if Scuba wants to reach out and say hi, she may. And if Pooh wants to reach out and say, I need some help, I need someone to talk to, he's very, very welcome to. And Shelby the same. And obviously you as a content creator, yes, I'm all yours when you need me. I will try and help.
We appreciate you.
Feel free to type that email out, and I'll copy paste it, or
No
copy
problem.
it, and then I'll email you.
Okay, I'll do that right now and then I'll jump off. And beautiful talking to all of you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
so
you.
nice to meet you.
Yes, it was
And
nice to meet you.
listening. And yeah, hope we get to talk again sometime.
Absolutely.
This is just the beginning, I
And
assure you.
Eli, keep up the good work, my man. You're doing a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And also, I wanted to say, as a Polish Jew who has her parents living with her, I'm very proud of you that you look after your family. It's what it's all about. They looked after us when they were young. We were young. It's our turn to look after them when they're older. So,
It
good job.
feels right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have no qualms about what I do. I would not be
And you
here if
shouldn't.
not for them. Period.
And you shouldn't. Be proud of it and enjoy every moment that you have with them because you just don't know what tomorrow might bring.
Amen to that. Thank you. And I'm
All
so
right.
grateful that
Love,
this world
love,
brought us
love
together.
you all.
Thank you so much. Take care,
You're
darling.
welcome. You too. Bye bye. I'll
Drop the
do my
yeah.
email now.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye now. Here, I'll go ahead and mute her. And I'm gonna go ahead and share something. This is brand new. I did not know this. When I went to Sean's funeral, I got to run into my old crew, the crew that we did flooring 8 years. And there was one individual. I once told the story, and for any of the idiots out there that are saying I can be prosecuted for things that I did 10 years ago, go ahead, good luck. So me and a friend of mine named Vic, who is no longer with us, we were in this crew doing flooring, and we were at an old folks home, and we would do shitty things as addicts. Like they had to clear out of their rooms, and we would go into their rooms and into their cabinets and take half of their painkillers and whatnot. But anyway, I learned when I voluntarily went homeless after staying under a bridge, I went and stayed with Vic at his house for a few days, for a week or so. And he was a pill popper, so was I. We took a bunch of somas, and we drank a lot. And I found out at the funeral that when I had left, he was a wreck, and the day after I was driving, and he got into a car accident. He lost his license, he lost his vehicle, and then inevitably lost his life. And I don't think my friend, which was the brother of Sean, intended for it. I don't know, but he said, Eli, you ruined him. I I I don't think he meant to. I don't know. That stuck with me. So like on my conscience, I'm like, oh my god, did Vic like lose his life because I jumped into his life, and we just, I mean, we were both addicts. We just went a little ham on each other, but with taking pills. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So there you go. I just had to share that. Thank you, Mishka. Gotcha. Oh, I gotta. There you go. So there you go. I shared that new information.
So I have a wild story. It doesn't have anything to do with the current topic,
That's fine.
but it's quite entertaining. um, so yesterday evening, I got a random text message that
I know it wasn't from me. Okay. Oh, did I lose my connection again?
I hear you.
Oh, good.
yeah, I hear you just fine.
All right, keep going then.
Can you hear
Jesus.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Christ.
Don't mind me.
I'm waiting to hear the story. I'm doing my thing over here. Go on, speak. What's going on? Why is it quiet? What are
I
we
got it.
waiting?
I see what is happening now. I'm not gonna be able to read the message to you, so because I can't close out this to do it. So either way, I'm gonna paraphrase. It was addressed to my daughter, and it
What?
claimed to be from Santa. Said that something along the lines like, can't wait to get started on your list and stuff like that. And it was just kind of weird because it was just a completely random number, and Macy's name's not spelled conventionally, like it's not spelled like the department store, and this was spelled absolutely perfectly correct, and just about 99% of the time everybody spells Macy's name wrong. So I just thought that was kind of odd. I'm like, okay. And then about 20 minutes later, I got another text message saying that I'm going to give Mrs. Claus my phone. She wants to talk to you and tell you all about the North Pole. And I'm like, why am I getting these messages on my phone for my kid? And I've got thinking, okay, well, there's all those like Santa text apps and whatnot. Maybe somebody put Macy's name in there. So I reached out to most of the people, in my general close friends group and whatnot. Nobody had done anything like that. Well, so I started to look up those Santa apps, and every single one of them uses an 800 number. Well, this text didn't come from an 800 number. It came from a Denver area code. Well, so that got me, a little more skeptical of it. And I'm like, well, if this is spam or whatnot, I'm not replying to it anyway. I'm just going to report the number as spam and block it. So I hit report, and then I guess it was probably about a minute later, I got what came through as like an Amber Alert. Because when your phone starts going off with those like that siren noise, and it says it said, hi Shelby, had my name on it. It says, we need you to fill out this report, and it had a link on it, and it said that the number you just reported has been linked to a child trafficking ring.
What?
Yeah. So I clicked on it, I filled out the report, and I sent the report back in, and it wasn't 30 seconds later, I got another message that came through like an Amber Alert that said that the authorities local to me would be contacted, along with government agencies and the FBI. If this is a child's number, please alert their school to be on alert. Well, it's not a child's phone, but it is my child's name in the text. So I'm like, well, what on earth? And then probably about an hour later, I got a phone call directly from Broward Sheriff's Office saying
the what?
to
From where?
verify my address for
Wait, from what office? Say again.
Broward Sheriff's Office. The
Are you
county.
kidding? What the? Okay.
Yeah, and to verify my address for additional patrols. They said that Sunrise PD would be in touch as well, but they probably wouldn't call me that night because it was so late.
That sounds kind of sus to me, though.
This
Like,
Right.
all sounds sus. All of it.
And
Did
so
you verify this?
so well then so I didn't really have much way to verify it at midnight. Went to bed, got up this morning. I took Macy to school. I walked her into school and told the principal everything that had happened. And I said, I'm not sure what this is, whether it's legitimate or not. And she said, well, just to be on the safe side, we'll make sure Macy has someone escorting her anytime she has to leave the school, like going to like the bus. A teacher will physically walk her to the bus. And I, let her after school program know or anything. So then it was probably about 10 a.m. I got a call from Sunrise PD. Checking on things, said they would be increasing patrols in our area, that normally stuff like this doesn't usually go anywhere once the number has been caught. They usually back off and move on to something else. And so I'm like, I still am kind of in shock. And I asked him, I said, so this is actually legit? And he goes, oh yeah, we got the report that came through. Apparently they have some sort of database that alerted them. And,
Yeah, right.
Well, then probably around 3:30 today, I got a call from an FBI agent over this. And I'm thoroughly freaked out on all of this because I've, never been this close to something that seems this serious. And I'm like, well, how did all of this get started? And the FBI agent, he talked to me. He says, well, a lot of times it can come through apps that are marketed to children, but they're actually predators behind the screen. Well, I'm like, well, she has a tablet, but she can't download anything without me knowing about it. And then it dawned on me. We were in North Carolina visiting my parents for Thanksgiving. And my stepmom had given Macy her phone and was just letting Macy download all kinds of games. When I was outside with my dad with something and I came in and I was just checking on what Macy was doing, she had downloaded this app that is basically a app that markets to children as a bestie text app. You're supposed to be texting a bot back and forth. Well, by the time I got to Macy to figure out what she had been doing, this app had done asked Macy her name, where she lives, what school she goes to, and both her parents' names. Well, Kendra and I own our own business. Once you know our names, it's really not hard to figure out our phone numbers. And I lost it on my stepmom. I was like, really? Like, none of these questions just seem, suspect to you? And so basically that's what they're trying to link it to. I had to call her, figure out what the app actually was, and then let the FBI agent know what app it was so they could track it down.
And what app was this?
It was called Bestie Plus Text.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We probably can't find it now. They said that they were going to be able to take it down pretty much immediately. But because I tried looking for it later and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Bestie Bot Text, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Or Bestie Bot? How about that? Because it just came up at the top result.
Maybe they didn't get to it yet.
Bestie Bot and Penn AI Tech awarded NIH grant.
No,
Bestie
so
Bot.
it's Bestie Plus Bot. So they're probably mimicking another app that is actually a legit bot that you can text back and forth.
They're like, crap, we got busted. We got to make a new one.
Right.
I'll let you mess with.
Just clarify real quick. Bestie Plus Bot or Bestie Plus?
Bestie Plus Bot.
Okay, got it.
I know. I'm gonna look it up too.
Yeah,
I mean,
people need to be made aware of these things.
yeah, I mean, look, I say this often, but I know it falls on deaf ears. TikTok, I know it's popular. People love all the life hacks and all that stuff. It is also another area where predators are constantly trying to groom others. There are channels surrounding themselves with, trying to look kind of PG, but the kids flock to it. It's so hard this day and age to monitor what the kids are seeing, but you got to be diligent. And of course, bear in mind, TikTok, if you read the terms of service, you've signed all of your rights away.
Oh yeah. But she doesn't have any of those apps. And I mean, I'm pretty careful with her she's 7. I don't let her just download things freely. Her tablet, I'm the one my phone controls everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, I know my stepmom doesn't actually have children of her own that she birthed, but even as a grown woman, I would not answer those questions like that. But Macy's 7, she doesn't know any better. She does internet safety, but she was under the impression it's a robot.
I was on FaceTime with my son last Sunday, and he was screen sharing stuff with me, and his whole location is on, pinpointing exactly to where he is, road and all. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, I had to disable that function on her tablet.
So I was like, you need to go in here and do this and do this and do this and turn that off and turn this off. And he was like, I don't know where I'm going.
I mean, because honestly, it made it simple. It asked all of the right questions. Her name, where she lives, what school she goes to. And once they got mine and Kendrick's name, I mean, you can literally Google us and you'll find our number.
Yep.
And so that's how it happened. And then that they market themselves as Santa, because why not? It's the holidays. And I'm sure there's probably a naive parent out there that would have let their kid respond to it.
Yeah.
Now, once if I had responded, if they had a signal tracker, it would have immediately tracked where I was at.
Yep.
Now, thankfully, my phone number is a North Carolina phone number. So without responding to it, they wouldn't be able to find the location.
Right.
Just anybody that has kids, bear in mind, anything under the guise of being a buddy or trying to help anything that's asking you these kinds of questions, that's a red flag. What school you go to, this, that, and the other. It should be an immediate no-go zone. Your kids don't know any better. I don't know what dealing with parental controls is like. Just please be diligent. Just like Saffron says, the world we're in is not the world it once was. Not that it was ever innocent, but things are just getting out of control, and it's a scary place we're in.
My children do not have social media.
She doesn't either, but I mean, she's 7. I don't know that she would even understand social media.
Mine are 11 and 12, so yeah, they don't have social media. They're not electronic kids. They're outdoor kids, and I am so grateful for that.
Yeah, we need to bring that back, guys. Let's start it here and now, okay? Hashtag bring outdoor kids back, by God.
Yep.
Well, so that's something I've always believed in. So when Macy gets out of school, she goes to an after-school program that has, teaches them different sports, gets them active. I mean, and she's also a competitive cheerleader now. So she loves being active.
My kids just changed schools. They were in a private school for, oh my gosh, almost 9 years, and they just changed back to public school, and it's a culture shock for them. But they're doing great.
I'm glad about Macy's elementary school. It is a fortress. It is, you really got to be trying, and somebody's going to catch you before you actually get into that school.
Yeah.
They put these huge iron fences around it after the Parkland shooting here in Raleigh.
Scuba, it's impossible to not run into somebody talking.
Yeah.
We're going to eliminate the word sorry from our entire dialogue. I do need to say we're going to have to wrap up. I still haven't eaten dinner, and I got to work tomorrow. And so let's go. I'm not part of kicking anybody. Shelby, you've had the floor. Anything you want to say briefly before I remove you?
Oh no, I think I'm good. Other than this has been fun.
I'm glad that this is the first time you've gotten to join us. You're
Yep.
going to experience something that I always get a kick out of doing. An emphasis on the word kick, because it goes like, "Brah!" Oh, right there. Shelby, sorry. You can call me. Don't be a stranger. Okay. That was so creepy. All right. Pooh, what's up, my brother? What you got?
First of all, I want to shout out your mods, bro. They're awesome.
Yes, they are.
I want to give that, and then of course I got to give before you spotter kick me or. I want to give a shout out to Miss Chronic Chronicles because she has showed the utmost awesome support. She's offered to help me with my channel. She's always, she has been a true awesome supporter. So I see you, Miss Chronic Chronicles, and so I'm ready for the punch in the face. I love you, bro, and
Can somebody link her page? So I can't find her page. I've been trying.
Oh God, yeah, that's easy. She's modded. Drop that, Miss Chronic. Drop that Chronic Chronicles.
I just adore her every time I see her, and I can't find her page.
She has the awesomeness lives in the morning. Like I try to tune in as much as I can. It's hard for me to hop on because my son does homeschool. So I sit right there and I'm his coach. But yeah, she does have some awesome content in the morning.
And the link is there. And Pooh, thank you. Anything else? You're the only one I'd go extra and offer you even more of a final thought. But I can't help it, man. I got a soft spot.
Not just that I love you, Eli, man, and I'm here to support you 100%, and I'm ready to take the hit.
All right, big dog. Till we meet again and collaborate and rule the world. I was gonna do a Pinky in the Brain joke, Nerf point, but peace. Oh man, yeah, I think I kind of missed that one. Jessica, you've been amazingly quiet. Jessica, blink twice if you're okay. Oh God, she's not blinking. Jessica, please. Oh God, no.
Did we lose her? Don't come back. We love you.
She's clearly there, happy next to her husband. Their eyes are not moving.
Oh no.
I'm worried. Oh God, are you okay?
Say something. I'm giving up on you.
All right, now, I'm gonna assume she may not know she's here. We adore you, Jess, and I'm glad that you came back to the family. This is, I think, the first channel you ever did jump on a panel with. But you do got to see somebody about this whole not moving, not breathing, not blinking condition y'all have going on. I really hope you guys are okay. Please get that checked out.
They've mastered it.
Really, like truly, guys, like just seriously, blink once if you're not in danger. We're gonna have, you know what? We're gonna have to swat them. Sorry, I'm gonna have to call. Okay, well, Sparta kick the frozen people out of here. We don't want your kind around here, you frozen folks. Oh wait, poof. Okay, you're gone. Scuba.
Hello.
I've missed you. Okay.
I missed you too.
I've missed you, and there is a reason why I don't go to that other spot. You know what? It's best left unsaid. I'm cool with bare bones, and that's all. I'm cool with Jamie too, no matter what certain people want to say.
I don't know anything that happens, so I stay in my zone.
It's good to know. That means then there's no bullshit being spoken, and that's all I care about. So with that being said, Scuba, anything before you get Das Boot?
Nope. Go ahead and Das Boot me.
All right, I'm gonna do this with the.
Hey, before I go.
No, you're not gonna do it. What?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. I swear. You have Instagram, right?
Word.
I added you on Instagram, but mine is private. But you can add me back. It's not a big deal. But mine is not Scuba Sam. It is Tie-Dyed Rockstar 19XX.
Okay, so
I've already added you. You just have to add me back.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you, Scuba.
Right. Yep.
Thank you for coming back to us, because I just wasn't the same. Things were the same. I've been a mess without you. I've gotten sober. No, that's a good thing. All right, take care, Scuba.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, that was a weak one. I just didn't have it in me. Yeah, this one felt good for real. I think the sobriety is doing its thing, and you know what I think, kids? I honestly think I want to draw like before I go to sleep. I'm okay. I'm gonna cover my screen because I don't want. Oh, my Instagram here. I'll type it in, and then I want to show you guys what I drew. Is the Eli from 84. That's my Instagram. Hold on. I'm gonna wait. How do I cover the freaking learning technology? And this is weird. After you do a panel that long, you think people are still there. Like I'm waiting for other people to be talking to distract you guys. No, it's just me. We're back to the things, back to the way things usually are, which is just me ranting and raving. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I gotta change that freaking moniker in the corner. Damn it, Chrome. Okay, let me get the drawing. Drawing. This is the drawing song. Where are you? You're supposed to be in my back pocket. This is going to be a hit song. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you for the support. You're just an amazing, lovely human being. You've always been so kind. And I will truly, truly try to earn this always, every opportunity that I have. Okay, now I'm sorry, I'm still searching. Salmon. Frankie, I gotta remember. I hope I didn't have to unsubscribe to where I found you originally, because some things unfortunately happened. Hey, I think I found the drawing thing. Oh, crack and balls. That's right, I said crack and balls. Okay, hold on. Nothing embarrassing going on. Hold on. Discovered. Okay, here we go. All hail Dave. Who the hell's Dave? And again, Frankie, thank you for I see. Is it a bad look when you just keep saying thank you? I think gratitude's not a bad look. And I also want to add, I felt finally after all this time, salmon shirt. No, you guys don't get it, but you will. Here, all right. After all this time, I've had some reservations about doing that hashtag that I put down there, the second hashtag, because you probably remember when I first started, I kept on using hashtag Creek Squad because, and I'm done explaining it. Creek Squad embraced me. Ryan Upchurch shared 2 of my videos. Patty Lynn, the sweet Patty Lynn, shared 1 video. I am not ashamed of Creek Squad embracing me. Things did get weird when I went on that guy's channel that one time, and then some of the trolls found that to be like just the ammunition they felt they needed to go and attack or be more hateful. And you know what? I decided today, before I did this live, that I no longer am going to let any of the small hateful pockets bother me. Okay? And there are other individuals out there who I have nothing but respect, adoration, and appreciation for that also do hashtag and target Creek Squad for no other reason than the fact that that is the audience they have chosen or feel most comfortable with. Now, I have become a Ryan Upchurch fan in terms of his music quite recently, even though I discovered FU Paintsville. I don't know how long I'm explaining myself again, but aside from the music, yes, I became most familiar with him when he was talking about that case that we don't talk about anymore because we've moved on, and some people can't move on or refuse to move on. Well, guess what? The world will always march forward, and we exercise our demons, and things stay in our rear view, and that's that. So I'm not going to be using Creek Squad hashtags every single video anymore, but here, there, and again, I will. And shout out to Tam's fam, and I'm going to try and get in touch with some of the old Creek Squad friends and many others. And Voices Behind the Wall, we got something planned, and I'm very excited about that. Fetty Forging, Seafowls, Weevy's World, who got an amazing shout out from a big podcast. I'm very eager for all of us to collaborate, and we're going to vote either with the audience or all of us. We're going to have a very focused topical discussion. It's not going to be a free-for-all, like is what I intended this to be. So, okay, bear in mind, guys, the drawing I'm about to show you, it's nothing like my old school talent when I was drawing every single day, but not bad for just, I mean, I'm getting all self-conscious, but all right. For somebody that hasn't picked up a pencil in a long-ass time, and remember, I was accustomed to sketching. I did it in pen, so I couldn't have any mistakes. It's not that great, but it's not that bad for doing something you haven't done in a long time. So I'm going to show it to y'all. I did this just in like 2 minutes at work. I'm embarrassed. Okay. It's the anime style, as you can see. And look, yes, I did the feet. And I know if I keep at it, I'll get polished up. And once I get back to form, so to speak, I'll get good at this again. And I will, maybe I can rediscover this passion. This used to be my number one meditation, drawing and writing. And I can't keep binging movies, and video games right now is just not my thing. This is not an old one, but that's a character right there that I've been drawing since high school. This sucker right here. I called him the 420 monster. Yeah, come on. I can't get a good angle. There you go. So, more to come. And, all that. Guys, thank you for being a part of this journey. And, I really do appreciate letting myself feel that I can be vulnerable and invite you all into my home, into my life, into my mind to see how it works. And there's a lot more ahead of us. And it feels just a little bit brighter because you're all here with me. So thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this community and helping me while I'm cleaning up and drying up and trying to change my life for the umpteenth time. But that's the thing. I'd rather that I'm trying, even if it is the 50th or 80th time, than not try at all. So I hope that translates to anybody that's watching that feels that they need a change. It's okay if you've tried and failed and failed and failed. It's never too late to try again. And maybe, just maybe, that next time will be the last time. With that being said, let me give a shout out to those of you that I see. Frankie, thank you. D. Libby, Shade, my boy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did make the photo of Shade, but Shade was wearing he put up his shirt over his face and he had a hoodie on and he had a headset on. So here, I got a picture of Forging Thought and Shade here. So this, I kid you not, this is what Shade looked like, and I just did it like in seconds. That's it. Clearly, I was just focused on the face. You can tell he was covered up. Okay, don't judge me. And pay no mind to the leaf or banana. I was doing illustrations and teaching the birds and the bees on another panel. But this here, let's take that away. There's Forging Thought. Look at his icon. Everybody see Forging Thought's icon, and now look at that picture. Tell me, it's not bad, right? Like I can't make out the tattoo. Damn, it's all blurry. Come on. There you go. Look at that. We got 2 forgings in the house. You have the banana leaf. You were there. Okay, so yeah, man. Thank you for this catharsis. This replaces, I truly believe, my drinking. Normally after work, I'd be tanked by now. I'd be tanked, and yeah, y'all. Enough of you are saying good night to where I'll take the hint. Wait, it looks like when Napoleon Dynamite drew that girl. Hey, Forging, if I want to make you a liger, I can make you a liger. Okay, you're a combination of a lion and a tiger. I really, thank you, Heather. See, Mr. Napoleon Dynamite. All right. Identify the things that unify us, because it's far more. I promise you, it's far more than they want you to think. They, the powers that be. And let a divider be an invitation to conversation, not confrontation, because only then can we hope to speak truth to power and rediscover the camaraderie that is always there, inherent and latent within our own DNA. Much love to all of you, and good night. I talk like Bernie Sanders. I move my hands a lot. Okay? The 1%, the 1%. 11 days. Yeah. Wait till we're on day 20. All right, I'm ending the broadcast. Can you guys like leave now though? Because like that's a nice number. All right. I see 28. Can we get it down to like maybe 25? Come on, get out of here. Helen Keller. Hey, I like that. Helen Keller. See, she could have probably said her own name better. Helen Keller could have done it better herself. Come on, get out. Good night. We're gonna have an odd staring contest, and you all are gonna just start moseying on out of here, right? Single file. Go on now. Do I have to take the hat off? There, I've made it awkward. And yes, this was a vendor who tried to make an unsuccessful vodka he was a white Russian dude that made a vodka called Thug Life when I worked at another liquor store. And he tried to make it look all gangsta and platinumed out. There we go. We got one person that's left. I knew Thug Life would chase somebody away. No, you hang up. You're leaving. I'm not leaving first. This is my channel. You're the man, Dusty. I'm the baddest of the bone. No, you hang up. Come on, this is childish. Somebody else got to get on out of here. We got to get down to at least 20 or something. Queen, you're still here. Why were you so quiet? Oh, I know what does it. I hope Don's not still here. It's the ASMR hour. Welcome to another edition of Whispering at Night. It is 12:36 in the AM. I have to belch. Now we're going to discover, can somebody whisper a burp? I don't. Damn it. Do you hear all that feedback when I speak? It's like the bass. I'm all about that bass, Oh, man, a bunch of people just left. Thank goodness. All right, we're down to 24. All eyes on me. Hey. Man, I'm just acting a fool over here. I got to burp, though. I want to burp on screen. Oh, that was it. It was pitiful. Somebody else jumped in. No, whoever just jumped in, get out. Get out. Oh, hi, Crystal. You can stay, but they all have to go. Oh, okay. We hit 20. All right, guys. Thanks for the love, y'all. Good night. Yeah, I do need to eat. See, this would have been like a weird Gandhi-esque situation. Hold on. Word. All right. Deuces. Peace. Bad to the bone. So lame. I'm out of here. I'm too cool for school, y'all. Let me get the eyebrow.